hi everyone, Phil Camden here, and it's Fridays with Phil. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of gratitude and humour, as well as talking to a young mum about the conversations she can have with her young daughters as she goes through this journey of terminal illness. So here we have psychologist Tanya Davies and some friends with motor neuron disease. Thanks for joining us.
Never before have we called upon our partners as much as you are now, as much as you have with family and friends. And that, for many of you, that's a new skill, to be able to ask for and accept help. And for some people, that's one of the major leaps, will be being able to sit with the vulnerability of not being able to put the garbage out, accepting what you can and can't change, and looking for other ways that you can contribute meaningfully and purposefully.
I'm Warren from New Zealand. I've had the disease for 4 years, but perhaps I could mention one thing that's minuscule or perhaps not very proper. And I find that humour is a real good asset, and that you can use MND to produce humour, and it relaxes other people, and they begin to make inquiries, if you like, that they otherwise wouldn't have as to your condition. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great, Warren. I think you've hit on a real key for a lot of us. I think Glenn's, if you want some humour, get Glenn to send you some emails. But he keeps me laughing every day with his emails, and so he's the king of humour when it comes to the MND community.
I'd like to add there for what Warren said was fantastic, and I guess what comes up for me when I hear that is that you lead that acceptance of humour. You're the one who says, look, it's okay. We can still have joy and humour. It's still okay. It doesn't have to always be serious. And I love that you were able to do that. And no doubt all the people around you are able to take your lead, and you give them permission to be able to do that. And probably the other thing that comes up for me when you're talking is around the idea of gratitude. There was something that you were saying about, I'm doing well, and wow, this medical system's fantastic, and I'm here in New Zealand, and I have people come and look after me. And with regards to mental health and psychological well-being, we're getting better at understanding the importance of that idea of gratitude. And it sounds really difficult to start to think about gratitude when you're in the situations that you're in, but to be able to find, despite your suffering, what you can still be grateful for is really a key part of staying well, and it's a key part of being able to still find some humour and joy in the situation that you're in. So the idea is to keep a little journal, or even to say to someone every day, or to reflect just for yourselves, what are 3 things that I've been grateful for today? The science behind that is that when you think of what you're grateful for, we think what it does is it wires your brain towards noticing more and more of those things. And I guess in this moment, as you said, Henry, you can't impact the past, you can't really choose the future, but when you influence this present moment by noticing what you're grateful for, enjoying today, which I guess, Henry, means living according to your values in this moment, then you do influence your future that way.
Thank you, Tanya. Hey, Chris, anything from you, buddy?
I guess the big thing that I first found after diagnosis was finding acceptance and grieving for the life that I had, and getting on then with living what I term my new life. Not my M&D life, my new life. What I find for me really helps when I'm feeling down is meditation, finding a place, thinking about a thing that is to be grateful for. The thing that in that day we can say, well, wasn't it wonderful? I was here for that. Wasn't it wonderful that I was able to live that today? Not that I have wanted ever to have M&D, but it's meant for me a simpler way of finding those things that are really, truly meaningful. So
That's awesome, Chris. That was wonderful, mate. Thanks for sharing that. And this is a new life, and we can experience life to the full and be aware of the life that we're living in the present, and being able to express our gratitude and thankfulness for, the life that we have and the experiences that we have in that. I think the meditation, the gratitude, the moving through, the humour, all of those things that we've talked about today will only benefit us and help us to experience the greatest life that we can live in the moment that we have right now. And
Jody's just got a question.
Yep.
For Tanya. She's got 2 young girls, 8 and 9. And when she was diagnosed, they were 3 and 1. She's just curious what's a good age to seek help for the girls to help process what's going on with Jody. At the moment, they just monitor and give age-appropriate information about what's going on with motor neuron disease. But she's wanting to know what would be a good age to help them seek help to process what's happening to their mother.
Yeah, oh, that's such a great question, and there's probably not a definite answer to that. I think it's amazing, Jody, that you're really thinking about this now for them and what their future needs might be and what their present needs are. Without knowing details, my sense is at this particular age, it's all that you're doing is fantastic. It's about being able to have open communication, making sure the girls can ask you or anyone else around you any questions that they might have. It's checking in with them, and it's making sure that they have a circle of connected people around them that are available, and that they're cocooned with as much love and care and opportunity to check in as they can. And that might involve making sure that that the teachers and other people around are aware, and that they know, that the girls know that no matter what question they have, that nothing's too difficult to ask, and that someone's always available to connect with them around that. And if you already have that good circle of connection and support around them, and the girls are doing well, and you feel like their friendship groups are going well, and academically they're going well, and they're managing their emotions, then it sounds like if that's the case, then perhaps they don't need an external person. But sometimes it's really good to send the message to children that it's okay to go and see someone else to talk about what's going on for them. And that's part of changing that culture of we don't talk about what we feel. With this generation, just like they might go to the dentist to get their teeth checked, they might start a relationship with a psychologist who might be someone that just can have a checkup every now and again, and I guess there might take a little bit of time to find the right person, Jody, and make sure that that the girls know that that's just a healthy thing that they do to check how they're going and making sure that they're able to have someone to talk to. And that is a message that doesn't just stand for now. It can be there for, like Mum said, that was okay then, and I'm having a hard time now, whatever time in their life it might be, and that they have permission to do that. Does that make sense?
Can I add a bit? In my past life, I had a bit to do with schools, and I think it's really important that in those circumstances, that kids get the chance to build, as Tanya said, a relationship with someone. So I would strongly recommend that the school is involved with their counsellor, or if they have a pastoral care person.
Any last, just checking around? Okay, thanks Warren from New Zealand for flying in, mate. Even through COVID-19, mate, you didn't have to worry about the 14 days isolation now. Warren, you know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Tanya, thank you very much for everything you've meant to me, but also for opening up your time and expertise into today. And I'm sure there's a lot that everyone can take away from today that we can practically put into practice and make this journey a little bit easier, a lot more fun, and certainly bring a lot more meaning to the process that we're and the disease that we're going through, you know. And I think, you know, a lot of times we do ask ourselves, what's the meaning of this? And really there's no meaning to it until we bring meaning to it ourselves, you know, and that's through life change and adding all of these valuable things to our life. Like Chris said, you know, even gratitude, that suddenly we become a lot more grateful for the hours that we have, the days that we have, and the reality of relationships that we have and experiences we have. And I think the meditation that some of you already are part of, and you know, for me, it's meditating on, obviously, you know, God's love for me and allowing God's love and peace to strengthen me. And if I meditate on that, that causes me to experience greater love for others and to share that love around. So continue to do it, guys. And again, thanks, Tanya, for any last words from you, Tanya, before we sign off?
Yeah. Thanks, Phil. I just want to say what a privilege it's been to sit with you all today, and I've loved hearing your reflections, and you've all given me something to go away and think about.
No, it's certainly been great having you all tune in. Thanks for that. And if you've got value from it, maybe we'll do this another time in the future.
That would be great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tanya.
Bye.
Thanks, Warren.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thanks everyone for joining me today, and over the last 3 weeks, really, with our event Mind Not Diseased. I hope it's really helped in whatever journey that you're going through right now, and I look forward to seeing you again on Fridays with Phil. God bless you. Peace and love.